Okay, we're back. So um, let's start from scratch. Like I was saying, the Batman design. Uh, this is the Batman. Okay, this is the Batman design. It has a metal cork saber. It was commissioned for a friend of my daughter's boyfriend for his birthday. We are waiting on a new blade. We are waiting on the Batman stand that I've been displaying and a Batman blade plug as well. This is a metal core, 6061 T6. So it's strong, it's made for dueling. Um, this is a PVC shroud that I carved out myself. It has a 3D style Batman bat on it. I wanted to give it a three-dimensional look for the accessories. We did a kind of like a belt, a utility belt. Went with a non-illuminated switch on it. We added some shadowing for the bat to give it a little design, a little effect. Like I said earlier in my previous video, we added the 832 thumb screws on here. So eventually, if we ever want to change this design, we can remove the thumb screws and remove the shroud as well as the utility belt. The grip is, I believe, cowhide. It is very soft. It's a nice grip. It's my first grip ever. It came out pretty nice, I believe. Oops, sorry. Came out pretty nice. And it's by Defcon Bird. He sells these. They're pretty awesome. They're already pre-cut. You just gotta kind of measure it up and then cut any additional pieces that you don't use depending on the grip. This was a pretty long grip section, so it did almost take all of it. But to my understanding, when you get one of his hides, leather hides, you can actually do two grips on them. Mine's is pretty long. This is about 12 inches, I would say, 13 with the emitter part. But the metal core is aluminum, similar to what the arcanes are going to be when they're completed. It's pretty thick, so it's pretty good for dueling. It's not one of those hardware tube sinks or whatever you call those things. This is actual aluminum. I found a website to obtain these, and then I gotta, clean them out, burr them out. But they're very good, hard metal. So we're waiting on the blade to a 32-inch blade. Once that arrives, then everything will be ready and ready to pack. She does have a Defcon Bird saber bag. I sent to make it in Batman style versus my Wolf logo so that it can match the hilt. And these bags are very well made by Defcon Bird. Let me tell you, it has a nice, hard to tell, but it has a nice suede texture to it. And you're able to basically insert the saber and, kind of like tie it up, wrap it up, and carry it with you. So thank you, Al. Great job. I got those other orders for the Archons coming on that. So, like I said, every saber commission or saber that I create will have a Defcon Bird saber bag. So you're going to get a good quality bag going with it. Going back to this silk, inside here, about this section, 5.5 inches, has a saber sled chassis that we sell. The saber sled chassis holds the battery, the board, the soundboard, and you can connect or glue a speaker to it in the back. Right now, this one has a RGB V4 soundboard, non-illuminated switch, and a Cree XML RGB configured LED in here with 8.7 degree lens. The chassis is connected through the wiring for the recharge port here in the back. This is a 3D pommel, which, as I explained in my other video that didn't go through, one of the things about building is always what do you put or use as a pommel. Now with the 3D printing process, you can basically print different types of pummels. I have cone pummels. We're going to do some cylinder pummels. We have the flat ones here, which use the recharge port, and I'll introduce those as when they come along later on. They are being printed and built for us to sell. Right now, I have the flat ones. We are selling them. We are still trying to figure out the price, probably between $4 and $5. Depends on the print quality and stuff like that. So I'll announce that in another time. But for now, Kim, here is your Batman saber. And excuse the video, it's not the best. I'm using my laptop. So it has kind of like a curvish look on it, but not the hilt. The hilt is nice and straight. But she asked me to, go and do what I want, give her a Batman look. We went with the silver black Batman. She wanted a green blade, so I recommended the RGB so she could switch between green, blue, red, or silver. This board actually has a silver. It does have a lockup. It does have 3 sound fonts and blaster effect, which not a lot of boards have that, unless you're going for Prism or Petit Crouton or one of those other ones, Crystal Shroud. But these boards do have a blaster effect, and it's pretty cool. So to activate it, you basically press the button and it activates. Hard to see with the light, but it is a green blade on this one. That's a 23 millimeter speaker, 2-watt-4 ohm. Very loud. It does have flash on flash. Depending on the color, depends on the flash of the blade. If this was real, I would have been cutting my hand by now, right? So it has a nice motion sensor on it. Blaster. It has the lockup. I always have a hard time doing the lockup. There you go. It's hard to see it on the thing, but it's actually like kind of like a flash. Okay. You got 16 different colors you can flick it through. You can probably see them a little bit from my shirt. This is like a blue. This is more of a pinkish. No, Kim, he's not going to let you play with it. Watch. This is a reddish, very nice red. Depending on, like I said, this one has more of a bluish. Depending on the red or the color of the blade, depends on what color the flash is going to be. This is more of a blue. You got orange. This is a kind of an orange right here. I don't know if you can see it. You got some silver. This is a nice cyan. I like this cyan. Like I said, it has a, hold on, let me get the right back up. It has 3 sound fonts. So to change the sound fonts, you hold the button down. You're gonna hear a noise. There you go. Okay, press, release the button, press it again, and there goes your second font. Now, people wanted us to name the fonts, so they asked me, if I could name them. So the dark font, I named it Rapture. The light font is Serenity, and the gray font is Ronin, because it has kind of a Japanese sword feel to it for the Ronin. Like I said, you got the shine through right here, the 2 shine throughs. You got 3 in the back. And like I said, you can definitely do with this. The board is nicely secured. I'll show that in a minute. You got a mute option to power it off. You hold it down, it powers off. I love the ignition off on this. Hold it down, gives you the next font. All right, this is the Ronin. It's more of a sword font. So if you want to go with the traditional, now they have, I think, is a what is it? A Ninja Batman. This is a pretty cool font for that. All right, now hold it down again. This one, you get a vibration on it. Press it again. And this is good for cons, or if he's out and he doesn't want to make sound, but he doesn't want to use it. You still get the flash on clash on it. You still get the blaster effect. It's just not going to make no sound. You get everything, including lockup. That's lockup right there. And you, as you can hear, you kind of get a vibration on the hilt. So you can still change the colors on it. I'm not gonna lie, I love the yellow on this hilt for this blade. It's freaking awesome. Anyway, I'm very proud of this Batman, not only because it's Kimmy. She's been a friend of my daughter's since they were little kids, and you know, I wanted to make sure I did my best on this, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks awesome. I love it. So to show you the internals, Kimmy. Okay, here. To remove the blade, okay, you're gonna get one of these. It's a retention screw. I might actually put a silver. I'm leaning towards a silver button retention here in the front, or like a glass eye. Might go with a glass eye and put like a Batman logo on it. So it's easier. He just turns it and pulls out the blade versus he got to walk around with an Allen wrench. So I do got to look. I think I have one around there, and I'll set it up for you if that's the case. If not, I might order one for you. But going back, you remove it. This one is a double blade, see? So I release this one. It's still gripped. So I got to release the second one, which is below it. Everything is properly, nicely aligned. Okay, here we go. Now, like I said, we got a Batman blade plug. You can use other blade plugs on this. The blade plug goes in here, and you can tie it up with the retention screws as well. So for now, let's do our DEFCON bird. Let's see, where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. Sorry. Our DEFCON bird blade plug, which I love for now until we get the Batman in. And the Batman, once you turn on the saber, you'll be able to see the Batman symbol on it. It's pretty awesome. It's being designed, and it should be shipping out for this week for me. So anyway, one thing I did not mention is the LED in here, which is the light source, is held down by another retention screw right here. It's very hard to see it. It's kind of blended into the hilt, but it's there. All right, and when you turn on your blade plug, this is the purpose of a blade plug, so that you don't flash somebody's face on it. You still get the shine throughs, and it's pretty cool when you're out there. You can pick the different colors you want. So in this case, we're gonna stay with red. So anyway, going back, you got a retention screw down here, and this one is for your pommel. Okay, now your pommel, you basically, it's what holds the electronics in. Okay, and it's that easy to pull out. Okay, no, it's not a crystal reveal, but it does have an LED light inside. That kind of gives it kind of like a crystal reveal, I guess. You do have a Trustfire battery. It's 24 mAh, so it gives you a nice run. This is the Saber Select chassis with the Dark Wolf logo. Like I said, I super glued the speaker in the back. It's a 28 millimeter. Let me see if I can put it. 28 millimeter speaker. I mean, sorry, a 23 millimeter speaker. And like I said, this is the recharge port that pulls it out, so it's pretty cool. Clean wiring. I'll show you. Clean wiring there. Front. The wiring is basically held at the bottom. Nice and clean. Let's see. Internally. Hard to focus. There you go. Nice and clean internally. Okay. The LED inside has various thermal pads on it, so it keeps it cool on a nice copper heat sink in there. To insert it, just basically push it back in. But I just wanted to show you real quick before I do anything. You will get one of these for a recharge port plug, okay? And basically, what you would do is you insert the plug, okay? And now what happens is you're gonna notice the LED went off because it cuts the power to the board and it charges to your battery. Now, when this happens, you're gonna see two lights. You're gonna see the red light and the blinking light. Okay, that shows you that the charger is plugged in, it is charging, and that charges your battery. So basically, what this means is you don't have to open the internal if you don't want to, unless you want to replace the battery because the battery's starting to die out or whatever. But this battery should last you a pretty long time. If you need a new battery, you call me or you email me or you tell me, and I'll get you a new battery. Okay, so like I said, you can plug it right back in. I mean, push it back in. During the time that it's charging, you're going to notice you cannot power it on. It will not power on. Okay? So to put your pummel back in, just basically push it back in. Okay? And then just tighten it up. What I do is I hold my pummel down, just get it nice and tight because the speaker will push it up a little bit. And just go in there and screw it back just enough where you feel a tight grip on it. All right, so it's gripped. So now what happens is that pummel will not move. All right, and you're able to pull your plug out after it's been charged. All right, when you pull out the charger, it will power back on. So there you go, Kim. Your Batman Saber for your boyfriend, fiance. Like I said, it will have a Batman blade plug, not this one. It will have the Saber bag. It will have the Batman custom stand for it, so you can put it on display. Overall, it's a beautiful build. I hope you really love it. Hope your boyfriend, fiance loves it. And like I said, I put a lot of love in there for you in this design. So enjoy, girl. All right. Until next time, Dark Wolf.